out there, I ask you, keep your children as children. Don't push them to be grown up before their time, but acknowledge that they have a wisdom within them to share to the world and their community. The wisdom of family life is so important. And yesterday when we watched the sunrise, we could see all these young people looking at the sun, and the beauty in their faces was radiant. And I look at you today and I see that radiance continue to shine. So let us all come together. But the grandparents are there as part of the extended family to put their arms around the grandchildren, their children, and the parents of other people's children. Well, that is how we come together as a community, is to embrace all people without prejudice, without racist, and knowing that we are all of one body and mind, of same spirit. Even though that we may be different named families, we are as a family in a community in the world. But let us protect the preciousness of each community has, each family has, because it's in that we are who we are. So let us, with this wisdom today, share and listen and accept what we each have to offer to each other. Kia ora. Thank you.
Well, it's such an honor to be here today with the grandmothers also, and with the children. In Catherine's and my life, in terms of the last 40 years, we've been focused on how parents, what's the new educational model that we can actually bring in that really asks the question, what are we educating our children for? And that was a deep question which led us into exploration in many educational models of how to really empower and see, you know, the essence of the children that are coming, not as our children, but as children that are coming with their energy and their wisdom to gift us with that, and how to really hold that in a way that allows us to really feel into each other and really communicate with our beloveds, our young ones.
Speaking to the mic.
Thank you.
Yay.
Hey, there I am. And to witness our youth, and we're in our third generation of our Earth Guardians, and you know, with Jeremy and our other kids that are really devoted, you know, to giving voice to the youth. And as the grandmothers say here, is the children have the message, they have the voice, and adults are starting to listen to them. You know, the wisdom of the young ones quickens a whole different field. We can get up and talk to the you know, to congressmen or whatever, but the kids are really being listened to. And to watch my grandkids here, and as a grandfather of 21 and great-grandfather of about 19 now, coming in any day, really quickens my heart, because I just watch the potential that's emerging, not only with our communities, because the parenting is so important, to be able to see the children not as mine, but as, you know, children evolving, that we are holding space so that we can see them in us as us. And it's really an honor at Uplift to be here and to watch yesterday's sunrise, as we were on the top of Haleakala Mountain in 1987, coordinating the harmonic convergence at that time. And the unity and diversity is so essential, and to witness this turn on the spiral that really is quickening a deep inner transformation on our planet. And I want to celebrate the good news. You know, there's so much good news out there, and in the media what we're hearing, of course, is the bad news. And working with Barbara and all these core groups all over the world now, we're going to identify, track, and communicate what's really working, so that people can be uplifted. This is what my brother here, who synchronistically we came together and for the Uplift Festival and really feel the devotion and commitment of this community. I'm so blown away with the community that I want to move here. And somebody said they pay my airplane ticket. Yeah, but I'm honored to see the young ones, you know, they're stepping up in the vulnerability. You know, even as parents, it's hard for us to even, you know, step up and take ownership and really empower our young ones so that we can see them into the future, you know, and holding that positive vision that allows for the connection with spirit and the connection with the heart, connection with the elders, and see the evolution of our humanity coming to this crescendo of a great, great birth that is emerging on this planet. And as the grandmothers speak, you know, this isn't the end. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. We just got born yesterday. And we're here. Uplift, we're here. And I'm hearing people are coming to me and saying, let's do this in here. Let's do this, you know, in Hong Kong. Let's do this around the world. Let's keep uplifting, keep the inspiration, keep the grace moving. Oh, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, I'm honored by my elders on this end and Chutescott, and the youngers on this side. I'm here in the middle and feeling this beautiful weaving. And I think that the calling for us to be working together as generations is so important. Recently, Chutescott and Barbara Marks Hubbard did an interview together, and at the end of it, Barbara took Chutescott's hand and said, never before have we, she said, we're as one generation, never before have we all made this leap together. And that's the call. We're all in it together. We all are inspired by the birth, as Sophie so beautifully said. This is a new era. It's time to step forward. And I think one of the greatest messages that I've felt inspired by through these 4 days is how much each one of us matters. It is really to find, as we did the process on Thursday with the Wheel of Co-Creation, to find our passion, to take the lid off our passion, to empower ourselves and each other, and each one of us know that we have such an important part to play. And feeling of this global movement of birthing a new world, of birthing a planetary co-creative culture where every part of our lives, every system within the whole is able to transform to really be an embodiment of that which we hold dear, the values that we cherish, so that we're living the lives that really make our hearts sing. And I know that we can all do this together. I have so much hope of what we have the capacity to do, the youngers and the elders.
Thank you, Catherine. So we all can feel the passion to take it forward from here. And as Jeremy was saying, we want more of this energy to happen every day, every week, every month. So here we are together as a collective field, and we're getting so inspired. So how do we actually practically take it forward? What are the practical ways to move this forward?
Well, I think one thing that a lot of you would be aware of, but I still think it's important to say, is to not take this time of change just as something that you can just sit back and go, oh, okay, now I'm just going to change, just like that. It's something that is an opportunity for you to change yourself. It's not something that's going to happen for you. It's something that you have to take initiative and be proactive about, like, especially as the elders have been saying, among the youth, like getting out there and just like presenting yourself, not being held back by like society's expectations, and like just if the youth become empowered, as the elders have said so beautifully, I think that could really make a powerful change. And also, as Jeremy and the other elders said, we've got to keep this energy strong and keep on moving, like go forward from here.
I think the first thing that we can do as you know, as everybody here in your own lives, you can start in your own lives, do simple things to reduce your carbon footprint, But it's not just about reducing the amount of water you waste or the amount of electricity you waste. It's really about changing the way that we relate to the earth. Because for so long, we have been molded and shaped into the society where the earth is a tool, it is a resource we can just continuously take and take and take and take from. And all these resources that we have taken granted of, they're going to run out sometime, and we have to realize that they're going to run out before they do. And so we all have to change the way that we relate to the earth, and I think one of the biggest things that the adults here can do as parents is get their kids out from their video games, out from the TV, take them out and...
Yo.
Take them out into nature and restore that spiritual, beautiful connection that we once had with the earth.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Francesca.
I wholeheartedly agree, and it's hard to tell whether it's just my personal passion or if it's deep truth, but I tend to believe that it is deep truth, that we really need to rekindle and foster and cultivate this connection with our Mother Nature, because she is lenient and she's given us this great learning, but now it's time that we take responsibility for our wrongdoings and really make, as you said, practical steps to remediate our wrongs. And personally, and this is my passion, I think that we need to get into growing our own food, collecting our own water, building houses and creating things with the resources from our bioregion so that we're directly faced with the implications of our actions and our needs. It's not fair for us to source everything from foreign places because we're not faced with the implications of our needs.
And I would say, I mean, really inspired by what Shateskat said about the technology. Like let's utilize the technology that we do have at our fingertips for the good. So, I mean, really utilizing, we say, where do we go forward from here? The Uplift application, for example, or, you know, the internet. How do we, you know, continue this connectivity, continue the conversation? You know, many of us, as we kind of wake up, are like, wow, we may not know, it might not be like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm out there, and, you know, it might not be so clear for everyone. Maybe for many of you out in the audience, and for us here, it's like, but to remain in the conversation, to remain in, you know, staying in connection, whether it's on even just another person, you know, having another person to, you know, even hold yourself accountable to, and to create something together, to collaborate, to co-create. That's this whole theme, this energy of co-creation. So I just encourage all of you, all of us, to, you know, use the technology not to just get disconnected and isolated and, you know, glazed over with, but, you know, let's use technology in a way that can heighten our ability to communicate and to connect across the globe, to share resources, to share solutions, to share good news, and every day, you know, like I mentioned before. So, you know, I don't know if it's the website, but let's, you know, there's a lot of energy that we're put into making the application, and let's not let's not have that just kind of like disappear. Let's use that. It's up to all of us. And the value of these things that we've created is all us using them and making, you know, making them work for us. So let's take the power into our hands, make those things work, and, you know, continue the conversation henceforth. Hey!
A lot of people think, you know, relate sustainability to solar panels and windmills and you know, other resources that we can use to get electricity and energy instead of using fossil fuels. But we can't just make this huge shift to go straight from fossil fuels onto solar panels, because what it takes to drill from the earth to even make the solar panels is just so devastating. And I think true sustainability really means that the way that we live our lives every single day is true sustainability.
I think that, yeah, part of the thing is just everyone just doing something, like, and changing opinions. Like, someone said to me the other day, well, what's the point in doing anything to help save the world if the world's going to die sometime anyway? And I just find that really sad that they would think that. But yeah, I think that if we all just did something, like even if it's small, just changing your opinions and just doing something better would be really, really good. Or doing something big as well, that's still good.
One more small thing. I'm just going to add on what Chetescal said. Sustainable is one thing, but we have actually done so much damage that we really need to be above and beyond sustainable. We need to be regenerative.
The most sustainable thing that we have in life is humanity. And uplift means lift up. And this conference enforces lifting up those who have not very much themselves. And it's this conference should and it must support those youth that do not have families, who have tried to imitate other countries. Every country has something very special about themselves. And it's sad in my travels to see our young people trying very hard to be like another continent. You cannot be like somebody else. You are so precious in your own country. Pick that up, uplift it, and lift up each other. And I've heard this morning a wonderful story from a young lady at the end, and I'd like to hear about her work, because that is what I think uplift and lift up is about.
Self-responsibility is the magic word. It must be me or I. Do not look outside of yourself and expect others to do anything and wait for them to do it. I am responsible to care for my Mother Earth. I am responsible to care for the water I drink, for the plant foods that give of themselves so that I can live, the many marsupials and birds that are dying so I could live. I must have that level of love they have so that I can care. I can care, me. We can't expect politicians to do it. They've proven without a doubt they can't. We are here, we are becoming, and we are the power. The people is the power. If together we decided to pick one favourite mechanical or food popular in the shops that we refuse to buy it for 1 year, that company will go down. We are that powerful. I am that powerful. The unity of love is the way to go, but love for our Mother Earth, love for each other, love for our water, love for each other, love for our marsupials, love for each other. And it comes from, we can easily practice. We have our partners to practice with. We have our children to practice with. Children have their parents, their uncles, their aunties, their grandparents, and their pets and their plants to practice with. And take yourself to the level of having unconditional love for all life and all living. And we can change this world, make it a world that is worth living, because everybody is caring and sharing, as our culture has always emphasized, to live the way of sharing and caring with all that we meet, and live it in the moment, not tomorrow. In the moment, today. We start now.
Oh.
Do you want to share?
I got asked the question the other day by someone, and they asked me, if you could change one thing about humanity, what would it be? And I said, wow, that's a hard question. But I stopped and I thought for a little while, and I thought, well, I would bring about the connectedness, for sure, with the earth the animals, nature, and with each other. They're so everyone's so focused on their individual selves and what's happening for them and in their lives. Well, not everyone. Obviously, everyone here is feeling pretty connected. But if we felt that connectedness all together, what would that do for us? Like, it would generate so much change in how we would run our lives on this earth. And what else did I want to say? I'm studying early childhood care. I've recently done a couple of weeks of practical work at Periwinkles, the local Steiner preschool. And I've experienced such an amazing time there with the women and the wisdom that they have with these children and the unconditional love that is just pouring out of that room through those children's eyes. Like, it brings tears to my eyes. It's just such purity and so much love. And I just want to feel that. I want to feel that all over the planet. Everyone just connect into that. I think that would be beautiful.
That was really beautiful. Thanks. Well, the thing I was going to say before is just this whole sustainability and reconnecting with the earth thing. If we put consciousness and caring and loving intention into everything we do, no matter what it is, like making a cup of tea or turning, I don't know, anything, watering your plants, anything that you put love and intention to is a positive shift in our mental state, and it helps you become more grounded and connected to our Mother Earth. Is such a beautiful connection that a lot of people share and a lot of people don't share, and they're really missing out, because that connection of intention and love, that the earth really gives back. If you feel that way, the earth will really receive it and cherish and nourish you in a way that is really quite special and beautiful. So if you just put consciousness and love and care into everything you do, you'll definitely get a lot of that back, and that's really quite a beautiful thing.
Wow, that was awesome. I think, as you were saying, that these kids, the youth, have this honesty and this purity that the adults have sort of grown out of, and I think that's why this revolution, because this truly what's going to have to happen in the end. It's going to have to be a peaceful revolution, started and led by kids, awakening the past generations to awaken and rebirth that honesty and purity within everyone here that we have lost, so that we can really bring forth the change that we need to save the planet.
Sorry, just one last thing. Recently on the internet, I found a really beautiful list of 42 ideals, and two that came to mind now, and I've got them in front of me. And they're kind of the two that I almost find most challenging in the list. One of them is, I consume only my fair share. And I think it's going to take us a little bit of trial and error and a transition period to really deeply feel what that means. That's up to our own discretion. And the other one is, I consume only my fair share. And the other one is, I hold purity in high esteem.
Thank you. Beautiful. I love that word, revolution, because it's like revolution, revolve. Here we are at a great ending of one cycle, and then beginning of another one. And then, of course, within that word revolution is the word evolve. And here we are, affirming this conscious evolution. So it's like a conscious evolution revolution happening. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So the word that I just picked up then was separation. Like what we're feeling here is this sort of dissolving of the boundaries between genres, between tribes, between cultures, between youth and elders. It's an amazing feeling when this dissolving happens. But we do know that outside these doors, outside this beautiful venue, outside this bubble, the world, is having a lot of problems. So I want to hear from the elders and the youth. What can we do? What's this word separation? How do we dissolve the boundaries?
Separation, I think, is a really, powerful thing that our society has thrust upon us. And now everybody has to have their own car, everybody has to have their own iPad or their own phone, and I think technology has really, really brought us apart. And I think to reconnect with each other is just as important as reconnecting with the earth. And so we need to find a way that we can break these boundaries and set ourselves free, so that we can connect and unite with other people around the planet. Because, one of the hugest reasons we're still in this mess is because we have not found a way yet to connect all these incredible ideas, groups, cultures all over the planet. We have not yet found a way to connect them. And I think once we do, that will be really what's leading the way in the birth of this new world.
So I'd like to just follow that with it, working closely with Barbara Marks Hubbard and feeling that there is a emergence. I mean, there's such a recognition of the need to stay connected. As you leave here from the festival, Jeremy mentioned about connecting through UPLIFT, which is definitely a primary vehicle right now for staying connected. But for those of you especially that are going away from the Byron Shire into parts of the world that are much more difficult to be in, I think the importance of us feeling not only through our hearts that connection, but practically how we share our inspirations, our innovations, our successes. So just to know that there's a real intention moving forward to how we can create a way for us to all be able to stay much more connected in the physical, and be much more innovative and successful in sharing all that's working on the planet.
What about stopping prejudice, biases, being judgmental? What about a 50-cent word I call acceptance? To accept one another. People used to ask me, I've had all my children, are they all different? And I said, thank God. Or I'd have fed them to the alligators when their bones were soft, They're all different. But to accept one another as just the way you are. I don't care how fancy you're dressed or how you look, as long as you're comfortable or you are comfortable with the way you look. I don't sit around and say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I don't go pointing my finger, because I always remember there's some pointing back at me. So to love, you've got to set all of those things aside. You are the controller of your thoughts. Through your thoughts is your actions. Are you being comfortable around someone else? How can you make yourself more comfortable? If we want peace in this world, it's got to come to these kind of things with all of us. To care about one another. I don't care about the color of your skin. I don't care about what you believe. I'm not trying to plagiarize anybody either. I just care about people of this world. I care about our world. I care about our children. I don't care where they are. If I see a child being abused, as old as I am, I think I'd take my cane to somebody. There shouldn't be child abuse. There shouldn't be women abuse. It's an unaccepted behavior. And I think we can stop it if we care enough. If you walk your talk, we can make a difference in this world with this type of behaviors. I care about you. I love you. I am your voice as I journey the globe for all people, all over the world, trying my utmost to be the voice and use the words that the Creator sends to me for the love in my heart to you, for your environment, for your beauty, to encourage you to do what you can to keep the beauty that's around you, for your children to grow up in and to be able to see that beauty. I even fight hard in my state for the old growth trees so that other people and other unborn children can grow up and see what they look like and what they are. Try to preserve all these things that keeps me alive. All these things that keep you alive. Work at it. Take care of it. It's precious. Don't forget, all things is sacred. You get medicine from all things. From each other, from the sun, from the night people. Everything. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to offer something really, sometimes we can overlook some of the simplest things in terms of creating more connection and dissolving this illusion of separation. And what comes to mind for me is courage. The courage means to live from the heart. And if we take that upon ourselves to live more from our hearts and to remember it can be simple. I feel we're all wanting more connection. We're all wanting more love. We're all wanting more interaction and to have an experience of that. And that can be as simple as a smile or a gesture or a hug. Patch Adams did, some great work with, strategies for love. I mean, how was that? Did you guys all here for that? And so, and it's very uncomfortable. It's very vulnerable to grab someone's face and tell them I love you, until, for 5 minutes. It's really, whew, to let that in and to either give love or receive love. But to have those moments of connection and to realize that there is no separation. I think we can all do that. We don't need a huge project. We don't need a huge vision. We can just greet everyone we meet along the way and greet ourselves with more love and more courage to live in the heart and from the heart. So that's what I like to offer for our
Thank you.
Our separation, yeah.
We'd like to welcome two more aunties, Auntie Dorothy and Auntie Carol from the Bunjalong Council, to traditional custodians of our Shire.
Well, it's wonderful. Good to be here this morning to see so many people here and our grandmothers. We're all grandmothers. And I agree with what they talk. We live in a land of love and a lot of our creation that surrounds us, where we as Indigenous people of this land, we had so much things that surround us, that sustained us over the years, and our ancestors and our spiritual people. And as I quote, we don't look at our colour of our skin or what race we are. We just want to be one and to just enjoy one another's life together, and it's life that we can choose to desire to do that. We live in a world and in our communities where, as Sister said about domestic violence, child abuse, that's rampant now. But we, as people, we're spiritual. We believe in our Creator of our dreaming. So I'm going to say a prayer that will ask our God of our dreaming to be walking in and around us, and just giving us the wonderful love that we can share today. So I'm going to do an Indigenous Aboriginal prayer, and I'm thankful to be here and to celebrate this occasion. So I'm going to say a prayer, just a few minutes. God of holy dreaming, you who was with us since time began, you who was with us since time memorial as the first people of this land, great big continent that we walked, our ancestors walked the spirit of their dreaming in this land, and they walked about everywhere here. So we just believe and pray that as you walk around this country, you will feel the spirit of our ancestors, the dreaming around here, where we had our sacred sites and our ceremonies and all this great fun that we've had in our days gone by. And I respect the land, respect the people. And I'm happy to be here to say this short talk, and to just say that we love you all, because we share this great big land of Australia. And also this part here is our Bunjalung area. It's we're custodians from around here, and we welcome you. Probably some others did the other day. We couldn't get here, but wonderful to be here, and pray that the God of our ancestors, the God of our dreaming, will be in our midst and just bless each and every one as we go on today, whatever we do. Amen.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much. We're coming to the end of this wonderful gathering of the elders meeting the youth, and we have a big program ahead, so we're just going to go quickly around the circle, around this beautiful circle here, and if you could say one thing to the audience around the world, because this is a global event that we're actually participating in. Uplift this weekend has been streamed to a global audience, connected with many other events happening around the world, affirming this new cycle of positive change for our humanity. And it's been amazing to see all these emails come in from all across the world of people watching what's been happening at Uplift. Yeah. So it's happening. The shift is happening, and people are taking notice, which is brilliant. And amazingly enough, we talked about mainstream. How do we actually get it into the mainstream? Third page, Sun Herald today is a beautiful big story on Uplift, and it's a really, really positive story. So give yourselves a big round of applause. We're all part of this. It's fantastic, and the mainstream media are feeling it, and it's being sent out. So we'll just go quickly around the circle, and just one comment. If you could give one comment to the world from the elders and the youth, what would it be?
Just respect and love, and respect the elders and love one another.
Unity amongst different nationality. Unity that we could become one, work together, and see things coming better for our people and your people.
never underestimate the youth, because we are going to be the ones who's going to bring forth this peaceful revolution to change the world. And for me, I feel so blessed to be alive at this time, because I can work with all these other incredible youth and elders and young people all around the world. And it is going to be up to us to change the world. And so I think having my voice part of it and having all your voices part of it is going to be crucial to the survival of our earth.
As you think love, talk love, but action love. For the air you breathe, for the water you drink, for Mother Earth, and for all the living that give of themselves, that you too will continue having life. Live love, think love, and action love with each other, and including yourself, especially and practice with your family.
I think that we need to keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Keep on. Keep going till your heart is on the ground.
Let us all start first within our family and our community, and then the world will be a more beautiful place, and Mother Earth will be more peaceful, because peace starts with me, not with you.
I think the greatest recognition is, for me, is that we are one family and nobody has to join, because everyone belongs. And when we come back into really understanding everything is inside out, there's nobody to blame anymore. It's all about the internal alchemy that really uplifts us away from the illusions of separation and projection and make wrong, to really holding each other in the heart of love, knowing we're all in this together. There is no separation. Love each other, care for each other, uplift each other, embody it in ourselves. We have this opportunity now to do that. Hope.
I'd like to invite you to join me in an image that's just risen in my heart. It's of our precious Mother Gaia and all of us, with everyone that has been joining through the live stream and everyone who is connected on the earth. Just feel us all holding hands all around the planet in this beautiful united embrace, and that we're all sending love into the earth and receiving love from her and from the cosmos, and we feel this deep sense of our interconnectedness with all life and our own beautiful gift that we each have to share to this time of our awakening.
Be the change. The message is simple, timeless message there. Be the change. And really in the embodiment of this, if we connect with our bodies, connect with our feelings, connect with the earth body, and be the change, there's no way that we can continue down this path of destruction and separation. Be the change.
It's been said, and it's so obvious that it's going to take absolutely everybody to find their gift and bring that to the table. And I know that it can be quite a struggle for us to really know what our gift is. So I'd like to share an insight that I learnt the other day, and it's about the origins of the word passion, and it comes from the Latin word pain. And what that meant to me was, in finding your pain, you find what makes you tick. And this amazing ability that we have as human beings is to take pain and transmute it into something really positive. So if you're finding it hard to know what your gift is, look at what makes you hurt and think about acting on that.
Yeah, this has been said before as well, but you can make a change. That's what I want to say, and also stop CSG.
one thing that I find important as being a youth is, as important everything that has been said is, just enjoy yourself, have fun. Like, don't let everything become too heavy. Just, you still gotta be happy and just, yeah, have fun.
Yeah, spread that positive healing energy. And I'd like to take a moment just to say thank you. This has given me so much today, and really thank you so much, every one of you. And as of everything that has been said, making the change, getting out there, feeling connected, and with what you just said, let's do that now. And just highlighting the local issues of what we're going through now is get involved, and CSG is a massive, massive threat that is coming to our community, and we're coming together. Byron Bay CSG Free Community Group has met, and we're getting together, and we need more people. So come out and get involved, and let's make the change.
Thank you. And if you want to know more information about how to get involved with CSG, they're over there with a table, so you can please feel free to go and find out more. Big round of applause for the elders and the youth. The future is now. Uplift 2012. Thank you. We're going to be bringing an amazing local group, the Curly Cousins, next on stage. And don't forget, this is Family Day. And we'd like to invite you all to ring. If some of your friends and family couldn't make it today, and who want to make it today, just ring them up, text them, say, come on down to Uplift. We're opening it up today. Just open it up. Bring them all down. We want more families to come. We want more local community to come and feel this pulse and feel this energy. So feel free. Use your technology devices and just send it out there. It's an open invitation. And don't forget, we have the wonderful children's parade happening at 4 o'clock. So if you have all your kids here, please check out the Children's Village. And we're going to be making up, there's painters and all sorts of wonderful things that are happening for the kids in the Kids Village today. And then the parade is around about 4 o'clock. It'll come to the main stage, and the kids are going to share some profound wisdom again to everyone. And also, don't forget our youth music showcase. It's going to be amazing. Thanks again, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Jeremy.
Hey.
Hey, man.
All right.
That was
you.
beautiful.
That was great.
Yeah.
So you didn't announce Curly, so I'll just
Curly Cousins. Yeah, you can bring them up when they're ready.
Okay.
When they set them up, you can
Okay.
say, now we're going to
Okay.
come to
I'll bring them. Okay, great.
I just said that. Wait, come.
Okay, awesome. Great. Hey. Let me move your cup here. I didn't get a welcome like that. Can I share in a hug?
Jeremy.
I'm a stranger.
How are you, Persia? Good. Good. What are you doing here today?
My mom gifted me here today.
You wanted to come today? That's beautiful. Well done.
What do you need?
I'm just going to write down something for you to say later on.
Okay,
MC. I'll brief you if you like. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be great. It's about the, we've got a table up the back representing the artwork of Aboriginal women from the area, Bunjalung women. I'll write it all down. And it's not about being commercial, it is about an livelihoods, but what it really represents is the reconnection of women's work in this area and around Australia. It's the regeneration post-harm to reconnect with the environment. It's all plant-dyed silk and basketry. So what we're doing is sending up women's culture and making it strong in Australia for Aboriginal women and all women, but through the Aboriginal women's work. You got it. You got it. Yeah.
But if you want to put a couple of things down so I don't forget.
Yeah, I'll put just down the Bungarong women